Rob here. Just want to give you a quick update 24 hours into life with the Prusa Mini. Initially, I did the live stream and that first test print, and it came out okay. I could do a little tuning, but the first print, it stuck and worked. Subsequently, every other print I tried was just a hot spaghetti mess. First layers wouldn't stick. Things where they'd print halfway and then start shifting around. It was just kind of a disaster. One of them, it started clicking and not extruding, and powder started falling out of it was kind of a calamity. The good news is it really took me about 15 minutes to fix. And now it's rock solid, or as rock solid as a day-old device can be. But since taking a couple of small steps, I've had great luck with first layer adhesion and, everything looking good and smooth. There's just a couple things I did. First, the first layer calibration is pretty tricky. And this thing tells you nothing if you're a newcomer. The dumb little pattern is incredibly frustrating and hard to figure out. An awesome trick I found on a blog that linked to the forum. These things. You can download the source file and then run it through Prusa Slicer. It just gives you a flat square that's set to 0.02 of a millimeter high, and it will do a single layer, and it's really a lot easier to dial this in instead of that stupid squiggly line pattern that it comes with. The first time I did it, it came out and looked like this, and then on the very next try, perfect. This took 5 minutes. It's awesome. So I'll put a link in, go check out more detailed instructions, but the gist of it is give yourself just this nice flat thing in the middle that you can kind of dial up and down instead of their stupid little pattern. Second, bed adhesion. After that first print, things just wouldn't stick. They move around. I wouldn't get a good first layer, or I would get a good first layer, and then halfway through the print, it would pop off. The thing has to be real clean. And yeah, they say to use alcohol, and I did. I was dumping it on, smearing it. But, when we're putting these together, we're smearing our hand grease over there, and I guess alcohol alone can't get all of that off. It might just move it around some. So, Dawn, dish soap. Just go wash it with some dish soap and water, paper towel, dry it with a paper towel. I haven't put IPA on the thing since I've washed it with the dish soap. Everything's just stuck. Awesome. Wash it with soap. Then third, there were just straight up some mechanical things that weren't quite right with it as it arrived. It's supposed to ship ready to use out of the box, and it mostly was, kinda. But there were a couple mechanical things I had to tweak. And again, a lot of other people have had to do this. The instructions are all clearly online. I believe they're even on the Prusa Help page, so you don't need to go digging through forums to find it. But in my case, the hot end was kind of down below the heat block, so I just had to kind of shove that up and retighten it. And then also on the idler, which is behind there, that screw was real tight. So just loosening that up and moving that up, back in action. And I've gone from this pile of garbage to this nice Calicat with a perfect first layer. And this is another little file I found online, which I will post in the thing down below. So I don't want to take credit for all this work. Like I said, I found it all online, and I'm going to put links for everything and all the original sources down below. But I just want to real quickly kind of hit on the big stuff so that, anyone else out there that just unboxed one of these things can know that, hey, I'm an idiot that just got this thing and I figured it out real quick too. So don't freak out. You got this. I'm not an expert. It's literally, I'm 24 hours into having this, but there were some frustrating things that were super easy to fix. Probably a half-hour work once I just went and found the right answers online. So if you just got a Prusa Mini, congratulations. Don't get discouraged. You might have to do a little bit of work, but it's gonna be awesome. First layer. So good, so good. -.420, by the way. Swear to God. By the way, the small amount of work it took to get this thing dialed in, and I don't even know how dialed in it is other than like, you know, making sure we've got a good first layer. Basically, with those few tweaks, this thing's printing better than the $13.99 Lulzbot printer we have at the office. I had to wait 4 months to get it, and it took a tad bit of finagling, not much, a little bit of research, a little bit of adjusting. If you're 3D printer curious, for 350 bucks, this thing's awesome. Oh, you beautiful blue bastard. I like this thing. It's good stuff.